So we purchased property, 17 acres of property, and we designed this. Anyone have an idea what this building is going to cost this church? It's 3 was our original estimate, but it's actually with inflation. Right now, a 2x4 16 costs $20. So, but this is a $3 million building at a minimum. What is the purpose of this building? Okay. So, but the people need to come in here to hear the word of God, correct? So how often would this building be used? Let's just be honest. Let's just break down to the brass tacks of what church actually is. 2 hours on Sunday morning, maybe an hour and a half on Wednesday evening, or 2 hours on Wednesday evening. But this is what you got. It's not actually meeting a definite need, I don't feel. So why would we put $3 million into a mausoleum? Into a place, and then this is a beautiful set of plans. Casey, thanks for putting every single chair on here. Thank you for building committee for drawing this up, but I'm going to do something. Okay, so I got an idea, guys. I just tore up our plans. Why? Because this is one thing that I've come to the conclusion this summer as I look back on a summer of ministry. What we've done this summer through warrior camps, through the food distribution, that's church. And you want to know how much of that happened in this building? 0. So I really got back to, literally I looked at those plans and I lost heart in these plans because deep inside of my spirit, I said, I can't get behind something that completely and utterly goes against what we just read there. Peter, you are the rock, and on you I will build my church. The church is not built of sticks and mortar. The church is built of people. If you listen to this entire panel, what was it all about? People. Did anyone talk about the building or the church structure or the programs? No. What did they talk about? People. Why do we love ministry? Because it has to do with what? People. So I got an idea. Does that mean that we shouldn't have a building? No, I'm not saying that. Because there is a place where you have to come together and you have to meet. But this is the struggle I have. Right now I'm looking at budgets upon budgets upon budgets as a representative, because we are going to be deciding the future of our state in a massive deficit. If we don't realize the need for multi-use facilities, then I think we've lost it. I don't think we should be building churches that are used an hour and a half a week. I think that's a flaw. But this was going to be a community center where people can come. Exactly, and that's amazing, but really what will it be? It'll always be viewed as a church. So I'm going to spin something new, guys. So when we designed this, we had in the back of our brain a phase 2, and the phase 2 is this, and you've heard about it. The phase 2 was going to be a obstacle course gym, which guess what, guys? The church in this community, Impact in this community, is known way more for an obstacle course than they are for the gospel. Right? But is the gospel going forward through an obstacle course? Absolutely. People are being able to speak into people's lives every single time that thing's up. So we would have a phase 2 that would have an obstacle course gym. It would have a tramp park, because how many kids in this house are like, tramp parks are really cool? So we would have that. It would have an electronic go-kart track. And then it would also have a CrossFit gym. And in the basement of it, we would have a rifle range, a pistol range, and an archery range. Why am I talking about this? Listen, guys. We just described a building that was for the community, that would meet a need in this community. Guess what? This community doesn't have anything of. Anything like that. So in the wintertime, what do our kids do? They get drunk and they get in trouble. Right? And if they're younger and they can't get drunk or in trouble, then they play video games and they drain their brain. So what if we were to do something completely different? Instead of building a church and meeting in a church, what if we built a rec center and met in a rec center as a church? It's not, you guys, why Why should it look like a church? Because this is the interesting part. Why should we design a $3 to $4 million building centered directly around an hour and a half of time together on a Sunday morning that you can do just as easily on a go-kart track? Oh, well, what about fill in the blank? We can make it work for everything we do as ministry, and so much better, because guess what? Monday morning, guess who's going to be in our facility? The community. And Tuesday, and Wednesday night, and Thursday, and you know what? Friday night for my kid's birthday party, because I could rent that room for a very affordable rate. We can become one of the largest employers in Platte County. So why are we talking about this? Because if ministry is everything to do with people, then why is all the money of ministry having to do with facilities? So what if we created a business design that could self-support, all the while we could continue to meet a community, and guess what? They would be used to being in our building anyways. We would be giving them the gospel. When they came to do their classes for Warrior Course, they would be able to be exposed to the gospel. Not only that, they will know they're going to be exposed to the gospel. This is a church running this facility. You will be exposed to the gospel. We're going to have people to be able to speak life into people. We're going to have people that are going to be there. So this is it. This plan is no longer where we're going. We're going in the facility direction of doing a multi-use facility that will look nothing like a church, have all the function of a church, and so much more. It won't have stained glass, and it won't have baptismals, you guys. It just won't. That's what the lake's for. You know what? I got a blow up hot tub. We can do it right up there on the floor. This is the other issue. We will never outgrow the number of people that we have in this room right now. 80% full is full. We're over 80% in this house right now. Today, we have some overcast smoke, so it's not as hot. The AC can't keep up. This needs to start moving forward fast. So I just pray we can talk more about this, and we will. I want you guys to know what we're going to do and wherever the direction we're going. But if we don't get this as a vision and for this community, then I feel like we've done a disservice to this community.